Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Tales of Destiny. We're here in part 7. Last time sorry about that. We investigated Strela's temple only to find out that the whole place has been ransacked at the Eye of Atamoni. The big giant lens that can apparently destroy the world. Unfortunately, we're not going to learn more about that until later on. But for the time being, we're just going to report our unfortunate failure to both Hugo and the King, and then we're going to go from there. We're going to find out where exactly did it go in this part. Hugo, Leon, you're back. How did it go? The Eye of Atamoni was stolen from the temple by the High Priest Leiden. I see, just as I thought. I'm so sorry. All of this happened because I was too weak to stop it. And who is this beautiful young lady? She's Philia Felice, an apprentice priest of Leiden's former mistress. No, I'm not. That's not true. She used to work for him. She's helping us because she feels responsible. Hey, who can trust her? Well, in any event, we're counting on you, Philia. I'll do my best. All of you, do your best to find the Eye of Atamoni. Leon, I'm counting on you. Yes, Hugo. Alright, I'm also cutting past it. You know what, I'll tell you what I was about to say in a moment. Welcome back. Sire, I wish to make my report of the Eye of Atamoni was stolen from Strela's temple. Stolen? By whom? Please ask this woman for the details. I'm honored to meet you, sire. My name is Philia Felice. I'm a priestess at Strela's temple. What happened? The Eye of Atamoni was taken from the temple by High Priest Leiden Birdheart. What happened to the Archbishop Martin? Martin died at the hands of Leiden. That is most regrettable. You must find the Eye of Atamoni at any cost. Yes, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, since we don't have any leads, we're going to have to find some information. So we're just going to make a quick stop in the harbor. But anyways, as I was about to say, I was giving Shaltir a male voice without knowing that it was that the Saurian was actually considered female, as I found out through my notes, and I'm just like, oh crap. So I should probably start using a female voice, because I mistakenly called Shaltir a man. It's a good thing Shaltir doesn't actually exist, otherwise she would feel really offended. I just smacked my headset. That was silly. Oh yeah, I think they were going to Calvalis. Calvalis. That's Barrick's territory. Who's Barrick? He's an Oberon Corporation employee in charge of the Calvalis area. I've met him a few times before. Then maybe we can ask him for information. I hope so. Thank you very much. Let's go tell the king. That ship there is going to Calvalis. There's been reports of monsters activities recently, so be careful. And we're going to report this to the king. What have you found out about the Eye of Atamoni? I have some interesting news. What is it? We have information that the Eye of Atamoni was disguised and shipped to Calvalis. What? We would like your approval to ready a ship for Calvalis, or less. Leon, are you aware of the risks involved, especially with all the recent monster activities? Yes, I'm aware of that. Guard! Yes, Your Majesty. Go to the harbor and have a ship ready for departure to Calvalis. This is a direct order. Yes, Your Majesty. Thank you, sire. This is the only way. You must retrieve the Eye of Atamoni at any cost. I'll try my best to live up to your expectations. Let's just hope we don't have to hear that Eye of Atamoni anymore, because it's starting to get really damn annoying. There's a reason why I named last part what I did. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the harbor, we're gonna talk to the captain on the ship, and then we're gonna mosey along. I recommend you do whatever you need to before you confirm with the captain you're ready to set sail, because this is a point of no return. But at least for a while. You'll be able to come back later, I think. Maybe you can go back. I didn't try it. But keep in mind, you're not going to be able to go back for at least a little bit, because because, just a heads up, we're about to get interrupted and thrust into a dungeon. And we're not going to be able to go back to Darrowshire for at least a little bit. I think you can go back to Darrowshire once we get to our destination, but I might test out the next part just to see. Yeah, I'll probably test that. I'll probably test the next part to see if that's actually true. I'll probably even make an edit in the below this video just to clarify for you guys at home. Hey, come on, are you a coward? Come on, even kids know that is a fairy tale. But, well, spare me. If any monsters appear, we'll just destroy them. End of story. And, wow. That guy's really good with his timing. Or is that really bad? Whatever. We're gonna talk to the bartender real quick. He's gonna give us a flare bottle and a liquor bottle. Let's just assume all these characters are 21. They're probably not, but anyways. The flare bottle, in case you forgot, increases your attack power by 20% for the duration of the battle. The liquor bottle reduces your attack power by 20%, but it makes you immune to petrification for the fight, for the battle. We're not gonna have to deal with petrification for quite a while, but since it's been brought up now, I guess I could at least bring mention of it. Petrification is the worst status ailment to fall under in the Tales of series, at least the earlier Tales of games. It doesn't become less of an issue until, like, very far into the franchise. Basically, you get turned to stone. And if all your party members get turned to stone, that is an instant game over. Because when you get turned to stone, it's permanent. It's permanent, even after the battle is finished. So you have to work. So you're going to have to get rid of the petrification. Otherwise, you're sort of boned. You'll be out of the battle unless you can heal it. And again, if everyone gets petrified, the game ends. It's considered a death. Alright, now we're jumping aboard this giant serpent thing. Sea dragon. Yeah, they say sea dragon. I guess sea leviathan will work too. If you like to use fancier words. Fancier words? What? I don't know why I said that. Who asks you for your opinions? Alright, now we're going underwater. I assume the thing just swallowed us, or encased it in a bubble. Because I doubt these guys can breathe underwater for that long. But anyway, here's our destination right here. And just a heads up, this dungeon's got really kick-ass music. This music rocks. Listen to this. The architecture looks so different from modern cities. Philia, do you still hear that voice? Yes, it's coming from deeper within the city. I think we should go up to exit the room. Fine, let's go. Alright, we got the underwater city. We got the underwater city as our next dungeon. This dungeon is really obnoxious. Not because it's like overly long or like it's got some dumb puzzles. There are rocks everywhere, and you have to constantly push them to move to get around. But real quick, We got some new enemies. We got sea slugs, starfish, and cuttlefish. Cuttlefish can do some piercing attacks, and they get they're pretty persistent on their attacks. The slugs are no different than the slugs we fought before. They just do more damage, and the starfish like to do these little dancing-like attacks. And I think they can also use Ice Needle. Yeah, they can. Yeah, enemies can cast spells too. But I guess now would be a good time to go over Philia. You saw her ability showed off a moment ago. She doesn't have much going for her right now. She gets her... Never mind. She has two abilities. She has Inspect and Philia Bomb. Inspect is basically spectacles in art form. She can use it to identify enemies, their HP, TP, and potential strengths and weaknesses. As for Philia Bomb, she just throws a bomb at an arc, and it explodes after a second. And it's actually pretty powerful. Just don't expect the AI to use it a whole lot. Especially when we get to the end of this dungeon. But that's all I'm going to say for now. But yeah, this dungeon it's kind of annoying because there's rocks all over the place you have to constantly push. And some of them are really obnoxious positioning, where you kind of have to push them very, like, right, you see right here, we're in such a close gap because of all the debris. So you kind of have to really push these rocks around in order to... Also, I do apologize ahead of time. I sort of cut out a battle where Leon levels up. He also learns a new skill, attack, which I will be showing off. Like, I didn't cut that battle out, but I did accidentally cut the battle out where he got the level up. So I apologize for that ahead of time. It's actually right here. Oh, cool. Also, we have a new enemy. We have Green Roper. They're probably the most dangerous of the enemies in this dungeon because they can get multiple hits from spinning around. And they can damage you pretty badly, especially if you didn't, you know... Wish I don't have to repeat myself over and over again, but them's the breaks. Like, if you didn't grind like I did earlier, okay, not spin around necessarily. No, they're spinning around. It just doesn't look like they are. Because that's how they attack in, like, the modern, in the later Tales of games, they actually do a spinning animation. I guess, since, you know, they're all sprite related, it'd be hard to tell. So it just looks as if they're, like, stabbing you repeatedly, but no, I'm pretty sure they're spinning. But I guess the biggest thing with this dungeon is that you got a pickaxe. And you're gonna need those to get doors open. Because there's no, like, switches or keys you need to find. You just gotta find that, you just gotta make sure you get that pickaxe, and then you can just pry all the doors open. Not a problem. By the way, do not equip that roost staff to Philia I grabbed earlier. She's gonna be getting something better soon. And you can equip that. Just not the staff. However, we just gotta find Saver, and we can't equip that to Mary. Now keep in mind, it is going to drop one of her attack stats, because just like in Fantasia, and I should have mentioned this much earlier in the playthrough, your attack power is split between stabbing and slicing and thrusting. Like when you hold down on the D-pad or control stick, however you're playing this game, if you hold it down and press the attack button, you'll do a stab or a thrust in how this game works it. And if you do it normally, and if you do it without pressing down, it will be a slice. And some of your text can be based off of those stats specifically. Like I believe with Rudy's Sniper, I believe it's considered a thrust attack because she stabs downward. Same with the kick attack that Stan and Leon have. And speaking of Leon, I showed it off during that fight with the Green Roper. Yeah, I showed it off during the fight with the Green Roper. Leon had an attack called Tiger Blade, where he jumps into the air with a slash attack and then comes down with another one. It's a very useful attack, and Stan will learn it later down the road. I'm not going to show that. I'm not going to show that off because you've already seen it, just like how I didn't bother to show Leon's attacks as soon as I got them because they were the same as Stan's. But still. Leon has that now. And you just noticed that we picked up a Sharp Stone. You can equip that to Stan, and he'll have the ability to use Grave now. Or I guess giving it to Mary would. No, not Mary. Rudy would work too. So now you can use the level 2 Earth spell Grave. I'm sorry, Spike. That's what it's called in this game. Would that mean that's what Grave is in Japan? That's what Spike is in Japanese, Grave? Because they always say, because they're all speaking in Japanese when they're fighting. Like whenever Stan does the kick attack, he's like "Hinika" or something like that. I don't speak Japanese. I'm sorry. My name is Clement, an authentic Swordian. Clement, the Eye of Atamoni was stolen. I had a feeling something was wrong. That's why I decided to wake up. And I selected Philia as my new mistress. I'm not qualified to... You can hear my voice, can't you? Yes? Then that settles it. You have a hidden skill within you. All I did was to wake it up. But why me? Well, I prefer a young, beautiful girl as my mistress. You dirty old man! Oops, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Clement, I'm disappointed in you. Hey, don't look at me like that. Can't you take a joke? Here, Philia, take me in your hand. Hey, Philia, are you sure about using that thing? What? What do you mean by that thing? Rudy, watch your mouth. I know it's a sword, but it's really a dirty old man inside. Think about what you're doing. Clement is willing to lend me his power. Well, yeah, but... Rudy, you're a strong woman, so you may not understand what I'm talking about. I want to carry my own weight amongst you and not be a burden, so... Well, I guess I'm wasting my time. Okay, whatever. Do what you want. Clement, I'll accept your offer. A wise choice, Philia. There will be many trials ahead of you, but I feel you will conquer them all. Thank you. Okay, we should return to the Sea Dragon, quickly. Yeah, we'll be in trouble if the ship leaves us. And now we have Clement as a Swordian. We have 3 Swordians. Oh, no, that's 4. Yeah, Dimlo, Shaltir, Altwhite, and now Clement. Or Clement. However you want to pronounce it. Clement or Clement. Or Clemente. I'm pretty sure that E is silent, just saying. Now, like an idiot, I didn't equip it immediately, so I'm going to be cutting out this battle. I will show what Clement adds to the table, because since Clement's a Swordian, Philia will acquire a magic spell. And I'm going to be showing all that off in just a moment, once I remember to equip her with it. And that's why I said not to equip the Rue Staff, because she was going to get this. And again, as I said before, you can equip the characters with stronger weapons than the Swordians, but you lose access to all the spells. But now we're going to be able to show off Clement. Clement, in just a moment, because she's actually going to do it right here. She has access to lightning magic, so she's going to learn stuff like Lightning Blade, Lightning Blade, and later on in the game, I believe she can learn Indignation, the strongest attack in the first game. So that's pretty cool. So now we have a Swordian of Fire, Ice, Earth, and Lightning. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, I mean, it's possible Altway is considered water, but we've only seen ice spells, so I'm just going to assume ice spells. And that's all there is to it. Again, the dungeon's not really long or hard, it's just really annoying with all the rocks you have to push around. But now that we managed to get Clement, we're going to be heading off to Calvalis next time on Tales of Destiny. We're going to be going to Calvalis. Sorry. Until then, I got a juice.